Okay, hello everybody. I am going to be doing a demo on ways to cut out stuff for the intersecting planes assignment. So many of us have seen, this is one prior one that I did with just circles, different size circles. And what you do is you basically are going to notch, if you want to create like a sphere out of the circles, you would notch on both shapes and then they will fit together. Now you are going to have to figure out how to make these things balance and sit up on their own, but you can basically just play around first with what might look cool. Okay? So these are just circles, but you can also mix different shapes as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking a different material. Is this thing still working? I don't know if it's still working. Anyway, what you'll do is take a different material. I have leftover boxes from the iPads that arrived from the county, so it's like really thick, pretty good cardboard. And I created 3 different shapes. There's these 3. This one looks like an old school telephone, kind of like a Nike symbol or a hook. Anyway, these are the organic shapes that I'm going to use. And I wanted to first show you how best to draw some of these shapes out on cardboard, because you might not have a lot of it and you want to get the best out of it. So instead of just taking a shape and putting it right smack dab in the middle of the cardboard, that's not going to give you a whole lot of other opportunities to trace, because you're going to have to cut into it. So plan ahead. Once you get your shapes cut, I'm going to just kind of fit these in where I can so I can cut around and use as much of the cardboard as I possibly can. I don't think I can fit any more of that shape, but I'm sure this is my little shape, and that's going to be more like my that's going to be more like a decorative piece that I want a lot of. And I'm going to just see how far I can go with tracing this. So it's an awkward shape for sure. I think this is probably the best bet right here. And again, remember that cereal boxes are going to work really nicely for this, so that you can actually cut with scissors if you want to. This cardboard, however, is even difficult to cut with an X-Acto blade. I'm kind of avoiding this tape area here. Okay, so now that I've got all the shapes, I'm going to start cutting on this one. When you have curves and you're using an X-Acto blade, sometimes it's best just to run off the edge. You push down and then just let it go off the edge, and then you can kind of cut chunks out of the side like this. And then here's with another curve. I'm probably just going to come this way. This is the best way to do circles as well. You know what? I'm going to take my mask off so I can talk more clearly. I don't know how muffled that was. Okay, so let's see here. If you're using an X-Acto too, another hint is that it works best if you're standing up and over it rather than sitting down, because you can get more pressure on there and have a little bit more control. Make sure that you are not, I don't know how to say it, but like, you don't want to put so much force into it that you end up slipping and stabbing yourself in the stomach, which can happen if you're not paying attention and not doing things absolutely deliberately. So be careful with that. This is still not very, sometimes you have to go over it a few times. Okay, there's that one. Okay, I'm on this other bigger one that has a lot of curves to it. So I'm kind of going over the pieces this way. Getting a scam call. Gonna hang up on that. So sometimes you have to go through over your cut a few times before it actually goes through if you have the really high quality cardboard. I don't look forward to doing this one over and over again. Sometimes I can turn it over and see where the line is going. I'm not going to bore you too long with this, since I'm going to pause the video and skip so that you're not just watching me the whole time here. But I do want you to see the care and the time that I take to cut these pieces out. Ah! To cut the pieces out. So here I've got two. See, these are going to look really cool when they're attached. This is going to be kind of the base this way, and then I could do like a intersection. I have another one to cut out too, so let's see how that goes.